This is why they will try to humble the pretty girl. So when people go out of their way to try and humble the pretty girl, it is a way to make you feel unimportant. It is a way to make you feel small. It is a way to make you feel inequivalent. So mainly it is done to trigger insecurities in you, to leave you thinking, was it me? Was it something that I did? Or what's wrong with me? Ultimately, it's a manipulation tactic. It's done to put you in your place or to put you in a box of some sort. These type of people are narcissistic, and they often run in cliques, and then there's always a ringleader. So people like this will often need an entourage or a fan base, or think of them as yes men or yes women of some sort, because they lack the confidence within themselves to go after their targets, individually, and they don't want to come off as a hater or as jealous or as envious. So these type of people are not pleased with their own identity, so they'll target you, the pretty girl, who is confident within yourself, which will often trigger the insecurities that other people will have within themselves. Or it'll trigger doormat insecurities, like insecurities that they didn't even know that was there, that they didn't even know existed. And because these people have insecurities within themselves, they will try to bring you, the pretty girl, down in whichever or whatever way they can, as a way to compete with you, to prove that they are better than you, to prove that they are on a higher level than you, because these people often stigmatize pretty girls as mean girls. Like, from their perspective and in their minds, they're thinking, there's no way. There's no way that you're beautiful, caring, loving, funny. You're not jealous of other people. You're not envious. And God forbid you're funny. Oh, and God forbid you know how to dress. You just made yourself public enemy number one, honey. You don't even know it. If you are a beautiful girl who commands the attention of any room that you walk in, unfortunately, there are going to be people that will purposely go out of their way to try and dim your light. Because your aura, because your glow is already big within itself, unfortunately, not everybody is just going to be able to appreciate your beauty, to appreciate your presence, and let it just be that. Other people are going to go out of their way to try and diminish your light. They're going to try to diminish your character as a way to make you appear smaller. They want to be able to prove to themselves and to other people that, see, she's not all that. She's not that special. I told you she was just an average Jane. It's not only a way to assassinate your character, but it's also an attempt to take that main character energy away from you and place it on them. These people are attention hoggers. They want the attention all for themselves. They don't want nobody else to have it. And if you come around them and you start to take the attention off of them, they're going to assassinate your character. They're going to start creating diabolical plans. You're their target, right? They want the light off of you and they want it on them. They want all of the attention. They want all of the compliments. They not only want to be the star of their own show, but they want to be the star of your show as well. These people are covert narcissists. So their tactics to try and humble you as the pretty girl, it's not seen by others. It's very soft, subtle, but it can be very deadly. Not only can it be deadly in a physical way, because I know that you can see how other people take matters in their own hands when they feel envious or they feel inferior to, a beautiful girl or a pretty woman. But it's more so of a spiritual thing. This can also be very deadly spiritually, because, it's like a spiritual assassination. These are essentially character assassins. And if you are a beautiful woman or a pretty girl and you come across these type of people and they find you to be a threat, then you become their target. These type of people only go after people that they feel threatened by. And if you consider yourself to be a pretty girl or a beautiful woman who has experienced this type of victimization by not only your peers, family members, or a group of groupies, because essentially that's what they are, you should take pride in yourself knowing that you are exactly who you think you are, and you are who they try to make you feel as if you're not, which is being that girl. And don't get me wrong, being that girl is about being physically appealing for sure. But if you are that girl and you know that you're that girl, you know that it's not just about being pretty. You know that it's not just about being beautiful on the outside. It's not just about the exterior. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of healing. It takes a lot of growth, because pretty girls are often bullied, and that's not talked about enough. Pretty girls are bullied. Pretty girls are isolated. We are shoved to the side because we're pretty. People expect us to be strong. People expect us to be perfect. It's like we are, put under this spotlight that we did not ask for, because it's not like we asked to be born, looking this way. We just came out like that. There's a lot of, like I mentioned, there's a lot of scrutiny. There's a lot of bullying. There's a lot of picking yourself up. If you're that girl, you're not trying to go behind somebody's back to try to snake others, because you wouldn't want somebody to snake you. There's a lot of, shadow work. There's a lot of growth. There's a lot of healing, because pretty girls are often victimized by even their own relatives, by even the people that they see on a daily basis. So it's like, not only do you have to go out in the world and fight for, your place in life, you have to fight for your place in life at home. You're kind, you're loving, you're nurturing, you're caring. And then on top of all of that, you're not a pretender. And unfortunately, we live in a very shallow world where other people, or when other people come across a beautiful woman who's not pretentious, they just cannot grasp it. They cannot wrap their minds around the fact that you are beautiful and you're not pretentious. You're not a pretender. Like, they cannot fathom the fact that she's beautiful and she's not fake. Oh no, there's no way. There's no way. And they cannot be having none of that going on. They can't have none of that going on. So don't worry about the haters, pretty girl. Keep shining and keep doing you, because obviously you're doing something right.
Pretty privilege is cool until you have pretty problems. My lesson of today is to be mindful of friends that are low-key jealous of you, that may be intimidated by you. And I have a few stories to go with it about a friend that I had. Now, friends that are low-key jealous of you, they're going to be the friend that's going to call you up and always just tell you something bad that somebody said about you. And it'll be a pretty frequent thing. It's like they get a high from seeing you upset, like being able to tell you bad news. They'll never be able to back it up by saying, I defended you, or look at the big picture. At the end of the day, why do these people feel comfortable in talking about you to this person that's supposed to be your friend? That's something you have to watch out for as well. And they'll be intimidated by you in ways to where they won't want to have you around in certain things. They'll probably follow you and never like your pictures. And it's somebody that you talk to all the time. And they may also feel insecure about their man or their girl. They might feel like you want their man, or you're going to take their man, even if you have no eyes towards their person at all. So I had this friend, and she did a lot of crazy things. Now, honestly, she may have just been crazy, but later on in life, I kind of looked at the things that she was doing and was like, I think this girl was low-key jealous of me, and she was intimidated by me. So I wasn't always considered a pretty girl. I wore big glasses that kind of looked like bifocals. I didn't really dress the part. My hair wasn't really done all the time. I was kind of hairy, so I had a mustache and really thick eyebrows. I wasn't considered the pretty girl. I wasn't considered popular, any of that. Until one day I decided to get myself together and I started dressing different. I got rid of the glasses, I had contacts, my hair started being done, etc. Now, mind you, before I was considered this nerdy, not so pretty girl, I had a lot of friends. People just wanted to be my friend. I didn't really have any problems until I started looking different, and then all of a sudden younger girls around then, they just did not like me anymore. I just ran into a bunch of problems. If a boy liked me that a girl liked, she ended up wanting to fight me or just not liking me or having animosity towards me. It was just Like I had constant random beefs for like out of the blue. So around this time that I'm talking about is when I had this friend. So a lot of girls, like I said, did not like me and would constantly like talk about me. And they would talk about me to her. And I've always wondered, like, why do they feel so comfortable to talk about me to her? But when I was her friend, she would like, it's like she got a high from telling me that somebody was talking about me or telling me something negative somebody said about me. And it would never be her defending me. Like she would never back it up by saying she defended me or anything of that nature. She would constantly call me with like bad news. Like, yeah, so-and-so don't like you and so-and-so was talking about you and so-and-so said this and that about you and they said this and that about you and this person said this and that. But it would never be like any defense. So it was like, what are you really even my friend for? If all these other people don't like me, they feel comfortable talking to you about me and you not even defending me. It's like, what are you even my friend for? Like you like to see that happen to me? So that was one sign that she showed where it was like she wasn't really a good friend, and maybe she was low-key jealous of me because it's like people that just they get happy to tell you something bad or like, you know, like people feel comfortable to talk trash about you to them. Like that's a problem. And those could be signs that this person is low-key jealous of you. Or honestly, they're just not a good friend. But anyway, after that, she had this boyfriend that she was like in love with, right? And he had broke up with her to be in the streets. Now, mind you, we were very young. So of course, a young guy is gonna wanna do him. And she was literally crying to probably all her friends, including me, about like how she don't understand why he left her, how she loved him, and how there's like other girls he's talking to and how she knows about it. Now me thinking I'm being a good friend, I ended up like, I was just so upset at seeing her like that I'm like, okay, me and this boy know each other. Like, let me hit him up and tell him like, listen, it's nothing out there for real. Like this girl really love you. Like just at least talk to her. Like y'all were friends before all this. Come on now. He said, I'll think about it. I'm like begging him because I just don't want to see her like that. I'm like, please talk to her. So after a few attempts, I tried to like stop getting him to talk to her and just like let it go. So a couple months like went by, or maybe a year, I'm not sure how long, and they apparently started talking again. Now mind you, I haven't talked to her in a while. Like sometimes, you know, friends just kind of fall off, or like they just, you know, kind of start doing their own thing. But we didn't have beef or anything. So when they started talking again, this girl takes it upon herself to log into my Facebook and DM this boy Heart Eyes. Mind you, I didn't even know that she still had my Facebook from like years ago. Like I don't know what the heck happened. I just got a notification one day of him like saying, what's this for? And I look, and this, I'm like, this only could be one person. Like, cause we used to log in each other's social media. I'm like, this girl messaged this boy with the heart eyes, like from my account. She logged into my account. Now, we're talking about jealousy and intimidation here, but I feel like this part was just crazy. But anyway, that's what she did. So I asked her, like, what's wrong with you? Like, why would you do something like that? And she said, oh, I was just trying to see something. And I didn't really talk to her, like, after that. Now, after that, mind you, I started going through my own trauma, like, with male problems, like, family problems, everything. And this girl took it upon herself to text me like at a time where I'm like really going through something. And she knew part of it. She texted me and said that I'm trying to flirt with her man. And her reasoning was because I liked a picture of him with his shirt off. Now, mind you, this wasn't any picture just with his shirt off like he was flexing in the camera or something. No. This was a picture of him boxing or like practicing boxing, and he had like a 5-page essay under it of how he wanted to get back into boxing and his little journey. I don't know. That is what the caption was. That's what the picture was. And she said I was trying to flirt with her man because I liked it. I didn't like it because of the picture. I liked it because of the caption, sis. But that is the moment where I realized like this girl's a hot mess. She ain't my real friend, and apparently she's intimidated by me. She's insecure. Like she got her own stuff going on. Because in no way, shape, or form was I flirting with this man. I begged him to get back with you, sis. But after that, she just became a really odd person. Like we had mutual friends, so like if I was around her friends and they would like FaceTime her. She would FaceTime them and like she'll see me in the background. Like she'll hang up the phone. Like she was just, I think she blocked me. Like she was really odd. But moral of the story, I just realized this girl was not really my friend and she was very insecure. Now that could have been part of the guy's fault, but she was insecure and like she put that on me. Like she started to pick at me for things that weren't really happening, and she liked to see me down for some reason. Now this is very old now. Like I was a teenager. I believe she was a teenager too. This girl could be a completely different person now. Who knows? But just this is just my experience that I went through, and I feel like as women, as anyone that like has something special about them, if you're an attractive person, like these are just the signs that you should watch out for when it comes to friends, because it's not going to be pretty if you have a friend that's low-key jealous of you or like intimidated by you. And mind you, this girl has talked to people after me. She has told my current dudes that she used to have a crush on them back in the day. She has had some interesting messages with people I was talking to. Like it could have been guilty conscience too, because she was shot out. But listen, watch out for people that are low-key jealous of you, low-key intimidated by you, and that want to pick at you and just like blame you for things that aren't happening, accusing you of things that it's not even your character for real. And just watch out for those people.